Hey everyone, it's Job. I hope you're doing well. Today we have a little bit of an odd journal with me session because it is a compilation of clips from various months because I didn't know what to do with this footage. I thought that these journaling sessions were a little too odd or a little too far in the past, but I thought I would share them anyways because I share all of my journaling escapades. That sounds really weird. I don't like that word actually. All of these journaling adventures with you all. Today, actually, we are commemorating the day that I inked my fountain pens after having them sit in my stationery collection for almost 2 or 3 years being relatively unused. Basically, you kind of know the story already, but this year or earlier this year, I got back into using my fountain pens and it has reignited my love for fountain pens. We can thank all of the Zooms and Twitches and all the wonderful people that have entered my life in 2021, specifically Ren's Pen Traveler. Shout out to him, as well as listening to the Stationery Cafe and hearing more about all of the amazing people who are obsessed with fountain pens. I've always been a little bit nervous about, the fountain pen community because it's a little bit intense, but so far everyone has been super nice, and I think I am learning to not care as much too, because at the end of the day, everyone has their own preference for fountain pens, and I think there's no right or wrong in terms of what types of pens you like. I know there's a little bit of some snobbery, like in any other community, but I'm just staying true to myself and using pens that I like and the different inks that I like. I don't want to be pressured to be using a certain pen or a certain ink just because it's cool or new and whatnot. But I've been liking my funky lammies that are a little bit retro, and for me, I think I like fountain pens that have a little bit more of a fun, distinct look to them. I am a person that kind of it's kind of hypocritical, but I don't really like things that are too traditional, but I also do. It's a fine line, but I've never really enjoyed those very cigar shaped fountain pens. It just, I don't know, I just have negative associations to a white CEO that's corrupt or something. So I I reject that, and I want fountain pens that are a little bit more fun and unique. That's why I think I gravitate towards things that have more fun designs, like the Twisbees that are transparent and have rose gold finishings and stuff, because it rejects that super, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm making weird associations with corruption to CEOs that possibly use fountain pens. I don't know, it's a weird thing that I'm trying to unpack, but even that's something that I'm trying to shake, because that's probably an old stereotype, and other people use those types of fountain pens too. So let's reclaim the fountain pen for the masses. Sorry, I don't know why I went into that kind of existential traveler's notebook, and no, not traveler's notebook, fountain pen induced rage. I don't know, I'm sorry. But while I was discussing my weird pen preferences, I actually worked on another spread. I think I was just completing another spread and added a tip in from my Zoom Keen notebook order. I just put that into a journal spread, and now we're working on another journal spread. This is what I call an ephemera bomb, because I think towards the end of December daily in 2021, I just had so much random ephemera, and I just wanted to place it all in one journal spread. And sometimes I do this because I hold on to ephemera and then I end up putting them into random envelopes or different notebooks, and then I'll find them 7 weeks later, and it's a little bit too late to incorporate it into a journal spread because I've probably journaled about that event already. So I'd end up doing this. I just put all of the fun ephemera in one journal spread and call it a day, and it's always messy. There's multiple layers, but it's a fun way to still use all of that ephemera that I've been hoarding, because if you look at all my traveler's notebooks and notebooks in general, there's always these pockets that are filled to the brim of random receipts and stickers from the grocery store or something, and I just want to find a way to repurpose that. So that's kind of what I started in that journal spread right now, and then now we're working on another journal spread. So again, I apologize, I kind of mentioned this in this video at the beginning, but this is a little bit of a mishmash of journal I guess, journal clips that I didn't really know what to do with. Right now, we're currently working on a journal spread to further document my experience with unboxing my very coveted 5th anniversary Star Edition Midori Traveler's Notebook in the passport size. It's probably one of my favorite traveler's notebooks that I own, even though I don't use it every single day. I do use it quite a bit, but I still love it so much. It's such a fun notebook, and it really is one of those dream notebooks that I've always wanted to own. It always sounds a little bit ridiculous to say that out loud, because for some people, like, they don't even have an idea of what they want in terms of their notebooks, and people outside of the community are like, why is this notebook so important to you? But I think it just represents a lot of my hobbies, like traveling and my love for Traveler's Company, Traveler's Factory, my time in Hong Kong and living in Asia. It just kind of culminates in this notebook, and it stands for a lot of different things. So I'm so glad that I got a chance to purchase it off of my dear friend Sven on Instagram. His handle is My Plan's a Mess. Oh, his content and his Instagram is so aesthetic, and he also runs the Boys of Journaling Instagram, which is really cool too. I just really wanted to work on documenting this day again, because there was just so much more ephemera that I received from that package, and it all didn't fit into one journal spread. So I thought I would just continue journaling about it, because it was such a fun and important, like, stationery day for me. Again, every time I say this in my head, it sounds so like ridiculous, but at the same time, we are allowed to enjoy simple things in life, and sometimes the most mundane and simple things in our life are the most beautiful memories. So even though this is just a notebook for some, for me it gave me so much joy, and it continues to give me so much joy. And maybe that's something that we need to celebrate a little bit more, because those small little comforts and small little moments in life make it so much more exciting, and it's sometimes not just those big occasions that spark a lot of joy and a lot of memories. So oh my gosh, I'm getting all like getting so emotional over a notebook. No, but in reality, I really enjoyed unboxing and journaling about this day, and it gave me a chance to use more of this really cool, like, army green wrapping paper. It's so unique, and I feel like I want to venture more into like fun papers when I'm wrapping people's gifts, because I always have like standard like grocery store or grocery store. I'm pretty sure it's from grocery store or IKEA like wrapping paper. So I don't know, seeing people's cool airmail and like packages makes me want to step up my airmail and like gift wrapping game, because Sven wrapped this up so nicely, and I feel like I used every single piece of paper that he used to wrap the little notebook. So I'm happy that I got a chance to document all of that. And here I am with my favorite, I guess, supply combo, which is vellum and Posca paint markers. It's what I used for what is it called? Peachtober 2020. So it's an Inktober challenge, and I decided to do the illustrations on vellum using Posca paint markers, and it is so nice, like chef's kiss. I think it's because the Poscas are acrylic paint, so it's opaque, and then you have the fun, I guess, effect of the translucency. Is that a word? Translucency? Transparent? Yeah, that's a word, because it's not transparent, it's translucent. But I really like the translucency. It sounds so weird to say out loud. I feel like that's not a word, but I think it is. Okay, we're moving on. I'm just rambling now. But yeah, I wanted to use that. And then Sven used a whole bunch of these fun confetti pieces, which is so fun. And I tried to adhere them onto my spread just using a tape runner. And I tried to make it as dimensional as possible. And I only use like a minimal amount of tape runner so that you can kind of like flick those little pieces around. They're not going to fly off, but I don't know, it just feels more textured and layered that way. So I kept it quite loose, and Sven also gave me these fun like small plannery stickers. I think they're used for planning, but they're very nice and colorful, so I wanted to use that as a little accent to that spread. Okay, we made it through this mishmash of a video. Honestly, it was kind of a hot mess, so I apologize for kind of jumping around multiple journal spreads, but I really wanted to use all of this footage and just to catch up with you all. It's always fun to chat and to see how everyone's doing. Be sure to let me know in the comments what you've been up to. I feel like we haven't caught up in a while, so I'd love to know what you've been up to. Again, I will see you on Mondays for new videos, but you can catch me on Twitch every Sunday evening and I think Thursday evening. I think that's the plan for now, but all of that information is in the description bar as well as on Instagram. Okay, see you around. Bye everyone.